everyone, this is Laura here from Extraordinary Adventures, and today I'm here to talk to you about weddings and vow renewal ceremonies on cruise ships. For those of you who don't know, my husband and I recently celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary, and we chose to do a vow renewal on the Celebrity Equinox. So I wanted to talk to you about our experience, and for those of you who are interested in planning a vow renewal or a wedding ceremony on a cruise ship, this video is for you. But before we begin, I do want to mention that we are cruise travel advisors. We do not charge a fee to book and manage your cruise. Plus, if you do book with us, we offer expert planning advice. So please do reach out to us. We would love to help you plan your next extraordinary adventure. So if you are looking to have a vow renewal ceremony or a wedding ceremony on a cruise ship, the first step would be for you to hire a travel advisor who has done something like this before, like me, someone with experience, because this is not your traditional, normal cruise booking. This is something completely different. The first thing that you're going to want to do is narrow down the specific ship and sail date that you would like to have your ceremony on. And then the second would be to have that travel advisor hold group space for all of your friends and family. And then the last step would be for you to actually make a reservation for yourself. You're going to need that once you contact step 2, the wedding department for the specific cruise line that you are looking to go on. So wedding departments are actually like third-party companies. They're not part of the cruise line. The cruise line is not in the business of weddings, so they want to make sure that your wedding or your vow renewal is top-notch, so they actually contract out, and they have a third-party company who handles everything, and then that third-party company actually communicates with the cruise line to ensure that everything is seamless. So there are a lot of different options when it comes to having a ceremony on a cruise ship. The first option is you can actually do it at the port before the cruise ship even sails off. The second one is if you wanted like a destination-specific wedding or ceremony, you can actually do it while you're at port at one of the different spots. Or option 3 is to have it on the ship while you're at sea, a sea day. So you have a lot of different options, and you're going to want to think about what might be the best option for you and for everyone. And then the next step is just figuring out all the details. What kind of food you want? Do you want musicians? Do you want a DJ? And all that stuff. And you would actually work with the third-party wedding company to figure all of that out. So the travel advisor takes a step back in that area, and you just work with the third-party company to figure everything out. So after you've worked out all of the details with the third-party wedding company, the next step is really just to sit back and relax. A couple of months before the event, the cruise line is going to want the complete guest list, so you can work with them to give them that information. But after that, it's really just show up and have fun. Once you get on board, you're going to meet with the onboard event coordinator. They are the person that actually it works for the cruise line who liaisons with the third-party wedding company. So they get all the details, and they just make sure that everything that you wanted is there. So you just have to go over it with them and just hash out the final details. So I did want to mention a couple of caveats to those people this may not be the best option for you if XYZ. And the first one is if you are a very controlling person, meaning that you don't have a choice of venue. What happens is you coordinate with the third-party wedding company, and they coordinate with the cruise line to find out what spot's going to be available. And we were not even told what spot was going to be available or where we were having our ceremony until 9 days before the actual ceremony. And we weren't told what time we were having our ceremony either until 9 days before the ceremony. So if you're a person who goes, I want to know where it's going to be, I want to know what time it's going to be at, this might not be the best option for you. Also, you're given options of cake, but like specific designs of cake, we were not, you're not given that option. So like, they said, what do you want, chocolate cake or vanilla cake? And so I said chocolate, and they go, okay, well, what kind of filling do you want? Do you want vanilla? Do you want chocolate? Do you want raspberry? And they gave you like a handful, like 4 or 5 options. I had no idea what kind of cake we were gonna, like what it was gonna look like or anything. In the end, it was beautiful, and I was very happy. But I had to release control of a lot of things, and I can see how that might not be ideal for everyone. But for me, it was fine. But I could see how for everyone, not everyone is going to be okay with that. I also wanted to mention, if you are a person who wants like an evening ceremony, this might not be the best option for you, because most of the time the receptions are held in in restaurants. And so restaurants are open for dinner for all the other guests that are on the cruise ship. So usually what happens is that they'll have the ceremony and the reception in a restaurant, but during lunchtime, because not all restaurants are open for lunch. So they find a venue or a space that is closed during lunch, and that is where they'll schedule your reception. So if you're a person who's like, I have to have a night reception, again, this might not be the best for you. Also, like if you're doing it like at a specific port, like you're having a destination wedding, usually like you're in port from like 9 to 5. So if you wanted an evening ceremony, obviously you're not going to be at that destination at, after 5 p.m. So that might not be the best either. I just have to, basically you have to do a lot of releasing. Like I was really concerned that because I hadn't gotten the time or the place for our event up until 9 days before. And I was like, is this even going to happen? But it did. And everything was great. It was really nice. So just know, like, you have to release control, and everything works out in the end. And be very flexible. I also want to mention cost. So even though the cruise itself might be all included, as it is with Celebrity, where your food's included and your drinks are included, because it is a special ceremony and reception event, your drink package and your food are not included in the cost of this. So if you wanted a drink package for all of your guests during that ceremony, or if you wanted food for your guests during the reception, that would be an additional charge. There was an additional charge for a photographer. There was an additional charge for the DJ. There was an additional charge for a lot of different things. So please do keep that in mind. It's not just the price of the ceremony. There are additional add-ons for a reception. And you don't actually have to have a reception. What we did is we had a really shortened 1 hour reception where we had the ceremony. And right after that, we went into the reception immediately, where we cut the cake. We had a DJ playing some music, and we had some past hors d'oeuvres, and it lasted 1 hour. And then after that, we were like, okay, everybody, let's go to the bar, because the bar had all included drinks. So for us, we just felt like we weren't going to spend a lot of money on, a 3-hour or a 4-hour reception when we all could just go to a restaurant and have food, or go to a bar and have drinks. It just didn't make a lot of sense to us. So just know that going in, you can go all out, and you can have carving stations and pasta stations, and you can have past hors d'oeuvres. You can have a lot of different things, but you also don't have to. So if you have questions, if you are interested in booking a vow renewal ceremony or a wedding ceremony on a cruise ship, you can please feel free to reach out to me. And with that, I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe with the notification bell on. That lets us know that we're doing something right, and we should keep doing what we're doing. And with that, I thank you all so much. Bye for now.